Welcome to our review of the Great Southern Weanling Sale. The curtain has come down, James Price, on an amazing breeding stock sales series that we've had this year. $88 million, a record. I think it's $16 million more than this time last year. Sum it up for us, the Weanling Sale today.
Today's sale was, I think, let's put it as simply spectacular. It was just a fantastic day. It's been a fantastic week here. The sun's been shining, and just delighted for everyone involved. Thank you to the vendors for supporting the sale with tremendous stock. Thank you to the buyers who have, arrived in their droves. Sorry to those who didn't buy, but I think this, combined with the Australian Weanling sale we saw in Sydney, it's the highest grossing Weanling sale Inglis has ever had. It makes us the fourth year in a row Inglis has dominated the market share of the Weanling market. And as you said, 88 million, it is a record breeding stock sales series for Inglis in 2025. So today's results have just capped off an amazing few months that we've had.
Yeah, let's have a look at the stats. This is already updated, James, because we're now at 79% clearance. We're through the $10 million barrier for 327 Weanlings catalogued at this sale, the top lot of $475,000, and such a strong average and median. And really the sentiment around the grounds from the vendors they've been ecstatic with the buyers that were here. They felt that their horses have been really well, inspected, and they've been rewarded.
Yeah, I think, as you say there, Gemma, at a clearance of 79%, that is the highest clearing Weanling sale this year. And look, Great Southern Sale sits third in the line from the other two Weanling sales, so therefore to have cleared the highest gross, just highest number of horses, shows that the buying bench, how broad it was, which is fantastic to achieve that. We're only just shy of the gross of the 2024 sale, and we had 100 less horses. We've got metrics of the average and the median above last year, so unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just, we're so delighted. It's an incredible team effort, but we've got smiles on our faces, and hopefully vendors and buyers do too.
We'll be hearing from a few happy vendors and buyers just in a second, but let's look at the top 5 lots from the Great Southern Weanling sale today. The Ole Kirk filly out of Rainy Days, $475,000, an amazing story, and we'll hear from the Lemrack team very shortly. But the Wooten Bassett Jadira filly from Rosemont, $350,000. The Too Darn Hot Colt, $335,000, and that horse hopefully maybe being a pinhook next year, but Jen Fowler and her team doing an amazing job. Congratulations to them. The Star Clear for Takeoff Colt, hoping to target the Easter sale. That's Dennis Griffin and Kerry Stevens from Glen Bay Farm purchased that one. And the Star Cafe Royal Colt from Musk Creek Farm, hoping again to target the sales. So all in all, an amazing run of stats, James. But we want to hear first from Megan Kersop-Cole and her daughter Georgia. They, on the advice of Will Stott, purchased a mare from the Inglis digital sale last year, Rainy Days, for $12,000. We caught up with them and also the buyer after they sold that one for $475,000. Tell us the story, Megan. You bought the mare on Inglis Digital.
Yeah, we did, and we have to thank Will Stott for that. Unbelievable. he found her for me and said it's a must-have. We grabbed her and she's come home, and look at us now.
Georgia, you're a show jumper. What's better, winning a competition or leading a $475,000 horse around?
Definitely leading a $475,000 horse around. That filly is never, ever going to be matched again. I don't think ever. That meant the world to me and my mum. She has worked so tirelessly hard to get this result, and I am so incredibly happy for her.
There was very little not to like about her. I mean, she's a nice physical, great hip, great walker, great mover. Yeah, I loved her yesterday when I seen her. She vetted clean. Came down and looked at her again this morning, liked her more. We put a budget on her. That budget blew out, but I only got one bid, and thank God it was the winning bid.
I dared to dream, secretly, I was hoping for over 300. That was really hoping. Blown away now, though. Blown away. Yeah, pinch me, I cannot believe it. I am so grateful for this moment, because we all know how hard it is to get, and we did it. The Little Farms did it.
It's just fabulous, James. Dave Morrissey, congratulations to him and his clients at Cannon Hayes for purchasing that beautiful filly. And it was amazing theatre because the bidding opened at $250,000 and she was in tears. Georgia was in tears before it even left the ring.
Oh, it was just so spectacular. I think that footage of Georgia kissing the filly on the nose as she's being prepared for the sale, it's so special. I mean, everyone in this industry is horse lovers, and to see stories like that is just so special. So yeah, just delighted. I mean, you can't not be just so happy for people, and I think there might be a few more people looking at in-foal mares on the Inglis digital sale in the next few months, having bought that filly for just $12,000.
Yeah, $12,000, and the most expensive Ole Kirk Weanling to go through the ring so far. So what a purchase. Let's hear now from Ryan McAvoy from Rosemont Stud. They sold the Wootton Bassett Jadira filly, and we caught up with him after it went through for $350,000. Ryan, congratulations on the filly. Wootton Bassett sold for $350,000, and she's just a gorgeous filly and gone to very good clients.
Yeah, wonderful, Jem. She was a gorgeous filly. I know we filmed her pre-sale, and she moved so well in that film. I was wrapped, but she did that all week, and yeah, thrilled. Peter Morgan, who's a good friend, good client, and Ray Gall, of course, of I'm Invincible fame. I wish them the very best because gorgeous filly.
Do you know the plans with her? Are they taking her all the way through, or will they sell her next year?
Pete mentioned that she'll go back to Yarraman, where a lot of Ray's horses all are, and they'll make a call from there. But whichever way they go with her, I think she'll deliver in spades for them.
We saw that filly in the preview. She's absolutely gorgeous, and out of a Frankel mare, and they've had a bit of success obviously last year with the Frankel filly they sold through this very sale.
A Frankel filly they got $525,000 for last year. They were tremendously happy with that result, so they decided to back themselves in and present this proven filly by Wootton Bassett, and got another wonderful result. So terrific, and again, it just gives confidence to Rosemont again to support the sale in 2026. And vendors out there thinking, can I sell a very good quality filly or colt? Yes, you can.
Another great story from today was Jen Fowler and her team of Maryvale Farm. They take so much pride in their horses, and they presented at the sales this beautiful Toudan Hot colt out of La Magique. Brad McCulloch from Grenville Farm in Tasmania purchased this one for $335,000, and it was just an amazing feat. Well done to them. Let's hear from Jen.
$335,000. I sell him $335,000.
We're wrapped to get him. We thought he was an outstanding colt, obviously by Toudan Hot, a sire that's just doing a wonderful job. And this colt was faultless from our point of view. He was a beautiful mover, well grown, great hind quarter on him, good action, great temperament. The team at Maryvale have done a fantastic job. They presented him, exceptionally.
I've had the grandmother and the mother, I bred the mother, and I have the rest of the family, sisters and cousins, and they're all this wonderful temperament and just a fabulous family. He's been out all day, every day. He's doubled his food consumption since he's been here, and all he does is work, eat and sleep.
It's a bit of the cliche, but he does really tick all the boxes. I think it was probably 4 or 5 times we came down, we had a look at him on the first day we got here, and every time he came out he paraded well, and we couldn't fault him, and just really liked him more and more each time. It makes sense for us to come here and buy as close to home as we can, obviously it's a significantly sized catalogue that you've put together, so there's always horses that pop up that you can find.
Your best friends tell you the truth, and Inglis tell you the truth, so we can't do better than that. Reducing the sale, concentrating the quality and getting the buying bench here, the guys have really done their job for us.
Yeah, well done to Graham and Brad McCulloch from Grenville Stud for the purchase, but well done to Jen Fowler and her staff for preparing that one for this sale. And it's a really wonderful story, James. She foaled down the mare La Magique. She foaled that mare down out of Rose Pompadour, who unfortunately she lost not so long ago, the grand old mare, but she's foaled 3 generations now, and it's just so great to see people like that enjoy fabulous results.
We talk about horse lovers, and there's probably no greater horse lover than Jen Fowler. I'm sure that Toudan Hot colt had a name, a pet name before it even hit the ground when it was born. Jen really loves her horses, so for her to get that result, she toils hard, and really fantastic for her to have picked let's say the right staying in too darn hot. He couldn't be hotter, pardon the pun. But great. It sort of just gives you confidence and gives Jen confidence to continue on, and that what she would call herself as a small breeder to continue on and participate. She can get great results, which she did today.
We also spoke to Jen about the value of friendship, and we do have a story on our social media pages, just those results, how they make it extra special with the people you're surrounded by, so make sure you check that out. The final person we're going to hear from in this review is Toby Liston from Three Bridges Thoroughbreds. Brought 10 weanlings to the sale, sold all 10, and the last lot that went through was the top lot for his draft, a Zoo Star colt, sold for $220,000.
It was a wonderful sale, sold all 10 from 10, and credit to Inglis, everybody was here. If you didn't have a horse and you couldn't sell one, you got to look in the mirror, you got to get better. Inglis has done a wonderful job, amazing buying bench, and thankfully our owners were awarded today, and Clear for Takeoff was one of the highlights.
I sell to Nicky Wong's call, goes bidding for $230,000.
I walked past the office one day and there was 30 people in a meeting. Sebastian's got everybody doing their role, and you feel so supported here. Like, you walk out, and if you do pass one in, I did pass a couple in and got them sold later. Like, everybody's who's on, who can we help, how can we do it? So the team's really active, involved, and you get a really good vibe and feel around Inglis. So it's been a wonderful sale, and congrats to everybody involved, and hopefully everybody can have a good holiday, come back next year bigger and better, and we'll all be better for it.
Yeah, I knocked 10 grand off that price. It was $230,000 that it sold for, James. But some great thoughts from Toby, I guess, on the work our Inglis team do to get the results, get the dream results for the people that support our sale. And we've got plenty to look forward to, because even though it's the end of the sales series for 2025, we have Inglis Digital, which rolls on through the winter. And this is the time of year if you want to start looking at offering your race fillies and mares with the breeding season looming. Through the winter, Inglis Digital is where you need to be, and we have a sale closing next week for entries. So we've got plenty to look forward to there, and the Ready to Race sale in October.
It might be the end of the traditional sales series as we know it, with the closing of the coming down of the curtain today for the Weanling sale, but it's never a dull moment for the Inglis team. As you said, we have digital sales coming up. We're always promoting our sales. I think it's been evident across the sales, yearlings, broodmares, weanlings, that everyone in our team works extremely hard. Toby Liston identified it there. We are working very, very hard for you to achieve the best results. We feel we've got some wonderful results this year, and I think that's been acknowledged by our wider group of clients. That's not going to stop. It's going to continue for the rest of the year into 2026, and we can't wait for the momentum to continue.
Absolutely. The entries for our Ready to Race sale are open, and very soon the entries for the 2026 Inglis Yearling Sales Series will be open as well. So much to look forward to. Thank you to all the vendors, all the buyers, everyone who has supported Inglis this year. It's been an honour to celebrate with you all, and we can't wait to celebrate in the future again with you. Thanks for your time.